On the 13th of June 2025, Lil Tecca dropped his latest album Dopamine, which includes the leading song Wild Thoughts, currently sitting at 230 million of streams on Spotify, man. Jesus Christ. The beat of the track, it's a full-on early 2000 instrumental, and in today's video I actually wanted to show you how to make this style of beats completely from scratch. So without wasting further time, let's get into it. Yeah, so when it comes to the melody, the best range of tempo starts from 85 BPM all the way to 110 BPM. And for this melody specifically, I actually chose the 105 BPM. And the very first sound I used is the staccato string from Xenology. Bro, this sound right here, I promise you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna find it on early 2000 melodies. And as you can see, this is the piano roll of it. Yeah, as you can see, it sounds very bouncy, and to be honest, I actually came up with this idea as I was singing it literally with my voice, and this is something that I often like to do when making early 2000 melodies. I will literally think about a melody or start singing it kind of thing. I will record myself on the phone, and then I will try kind of recreating the melody. But pretty much if you pay attention, we kind of have like a B part of the melody, because first of all we got this, and then we got literally a break, and then we got and then on the second bar it sounds like this. And then again, we got the A part on the third bar as well, even though the chord is actually different. And then again, on the fourth, we got the B part, but once again, a little bit different. And pretty much this is the main structure that is gonna carry itself for the entire melody. Now for the next sound, I've actually used the preset from the Analog Lab Bank Ages from Imperium Volume 2. If you want to check it out, link down below in the description. Sounds so fire, man. And by the way, speaking of Imperium, this is literally all you're gonna get out of the kit, and it's literally a bundle with too many, like, it's too much. I genuinely cannot sit here and actually explain you everything. There's just too much. But anyways, if you need anything in terms of making drums, making the melody, for making trap, hood trap, early 2000 drill, like literally any genre that you can think of, check the link down below in the description and you're gonna thank yourself later. And this is the way I've used the keys on the melody. Fire, huh? Yeah, that sounds so clean, man. As soon as I heard that, was like, yeah, I'm gonna need this sound. But anyways, all I did here is literally like a simple chord progression. We got C, D sharp, and G. And then on the third bar, we got A sharp, D, and G. Now, one thing I want you to pay attention to is the attack of the notes. As you can see here, they've been shifted a little bit, because if you do this on an early 2000 melody, it really helps out the melody itself to sound more human, because at the end of the day we're all making melodies out of VSTs, but if you want to give that very unique human feeling, this is one of the best tricks that you can apply. Now another thing that I'm gonna show you is the fourth bar, in which we literally have the same exact staccato strings that I showed you for the first sound, but then we got a little bit of variation with this piano roll right here. And that have been put on the fourth bar because it really helps out the melody to glue it with each other on the different parts of the melody itself. You see what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense to have that kind of vibe. And we can also have different variations. For example, on the 8th bar, we got this one right here. You see, it sounds a little bit different, but it's just the same sound with a slightly different piano roll. And now at this point, I wanted to add a bass to the melody, and basses are definitely oftentimes there in these kind of melodies, especially electric basses. And in this case, I used the finger bass still from Xenology, and this is literally the piano roll of it. Very simple, man. It's literally all about bounce. You see how it kind of follows the bounce of the staccato strings, but at the same time it has its own vibe. And another important aspect about the bass is that it really helps out the melody to really give more bounce, apart from the fact that it also gives more body. Now at this point, I've added another important sound, which is an electric piano. I used this one right here, still from Xenology, the E phaser. And as you can see here, we only have these shots on the first and the third bars. Pretty much there to support the melody, nothing too crazy really in the background, but they really do help out the melody, and they sound so fire. And once again, over here, if you look at the chord progression, it is very simple. It is literally the same chord progression that we have for the staccato strings, but it's just with a different kind of length of the notes. And then pretty much at this point, I literally had all of the main elements of the melody. Now, another important element that I added to the melody though, it's an acoustic guitar, which man sounds just too clean, man. And I've actually used my go-to ample guitar, man. This one here sounds clean. Bro, what are we talking about, man? So fire. Now, one cool trick that I want to show you right here is that if you put one note just before the actual one that you want to play, so this is the note that I actually wanted to be playing, but if you put a note just before the note that you actually want to play, you get this nice effect like this. Instead of being like this, very raw and dry, it sounds like this. It sounds a lot more human, bro. It sounds more real. You feel me? Now, the next element that we have in the melody, this is very in the background. You can kind of hear it. You can tell that it's there, but you cannot necessarily tell that it's there. It's like hidden, but it really supports the melody a lot. And it's the phase clavinet from Xenology. Fire, man. I really love this sound here. And all you need to do is basically put in some very short notes every now and then with a little bit of rhythm, as you can see here. Really just there to kind of fill up the gaps of the melody. And then on the last bar, we got these longer notes over here. You know, just to give a little bit of variation, you feel me? But yeah, when you actually listen to the entire thing with these as well, bro, crazy. You see it? Yeah, man, you feel me? This is sauce, man. This is smoke, bro. If you're still yet to be subscribed to the channel, make sure you do it right damn now, man. Come on, this is sauce. Now, another element that I put in the background, which starts from the second 4 bars, is the ensemble strings. And as you can see, we have this very simple piano roll. And when you add them to what we got so far, this is the way they sound. And the reason why I often like to use these strings is because they really give a very nostalgic vibe to the melody. But as you can see from the arrangement of the melody, I didn't really use them every single time. We only have them basically every 4 bars. And then another important element that I've added to the melody, it's a distorted guitar. And in this case, we've used this one right here, still from Xenology. And I've also done a little bit of processing to this sound here. I used the Valhalla room for the reverb. I took out a little bit of the low end. And as you can see here, the piano roll is slightly different from the first 4 bars. And the thing is that when you add this sound to all of the other sounds that we got so far, bro, the melody just sounds clean, man. Bro, gives so much soul to the melody, man. It makes you feel alive, man. And then finally, bro, we got this very small sound here in the background. I always like using these ones. And yeah, man, this is literally the melody, bro. Alright, for the drums, we're gonna be using the Compton 2000 drum kit. You already know this is the brand new best early 2000 drum kit in the freaking game, man. And you can get it by checking out the link down below in the description. And first of all, we're gonna start out the master channel. We're gonna put the master channel preset on the master channel. We're also gonna put the melodies preset on the melodies channel. I like this one. I'm also gonna grab another set of claps. Yeah, hard. Ah, even better like this, bro. Come on. Hard. Alright, I'm gonna get straight into the kick. Yeah, I'll fuck with this one. Hard. You know the triplet effect that I've just done for the clap? I think I'm gonna put it over there. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Fire, bro. Ooh, hard. I think we're gonna duplicate this. I like it. I'm also gonna put like the shakers. We're also gonna put the hi-hat and shaker preset on the shaker just to give it more kind of bounce. You see? Bro, you see how hard it sounds, man? Yeesh. Alright, I feel like it's definitely time to put the 808 and let's get into it, man. Oof, the money one talks about money for real. Yeah, talking about standing on business for show. Let's go. We're gonna use this one for show. I'm also gonna put the 808 preset on the mixer channel, all the 808. Oof. Yeah, bro, just listen. Sounds so much clean. Yeah, I think we're gonna need more shots over here. Hard. Ah, bro, this beat is so hard. Damn. Bro, hey, that reverse bell makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and the last 8 bars we're gonna put this perk loop just to kind of, you know, just to fill up the beat a little bit. Hey man, all of the drums, man, hey, if you want to get them, link down below in the description, bro. All right, for the arrangement, man, we don't need to do anything too crazy because the beat from Wild Thoughts literally starts straight to the point. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun for the first bar, but then we're gonna jump straight onto it. So we're gonna cut out the first beat of the beat. We're gonna do something like this. Something like this, you feel me? Hey, this shit called for real. Alright, my bro, thanks a lot for watching today's video. If you want to get the same exact drums that I used for today's beat, link down below in the description. You're gonna thank me later, my G. I promise you. Anyways, I'm gonna let you listen to the full thing. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Stepuz. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're still yet to do it. And I'm gonna see you on the next time. Bye.